AlTA for teaching a 3-year-old the definition of the word mistake? Every summer for the past couple of years, I have worked different jobs as a summer nanny. When I started nannying this past summer, I realized quickly that it would be unlike any other job I've had. Why that is for another discussion. Anywho, a few weeks ago, one of the kids had their birthday. Their mom asked me to make them a cake for their party because I have previous experience making cakes. While she was out running errands, I got started on the cake and I ended up burning it because the kids were fighting, and I had to deal with that. As I was cleaning up the mess from the burnt cake, the 3-year-old came up to me and asked why I was throwing the cake away, to which I responded, "Oh, it's because I made a mistake and burned it." He then asked, "What's a mistake?" Seeing this as a valuable teaching moment, I said, "A mistake is when you do something wrong by accident. Mistakes aren't a bad thing. Even grown-ups like me make them. I actually think it is good to make mistakes because you can learn from them. All you need to do is start over and try again." He was very content with that answer, and I didn't think anything about it. When his mom got home, she yelled at me for burning the cake. She was livid. I don't understand why, especially because I offered to reimburse her for the wasted materials and stay late without pay to make a new cake, but she screamed at me nonetheless and said she'll make it herself. Since then, the 3-year-old has been terrified of making mistakes. He won't do anything independently. She made me spend an hour each morning teaching him how to write, and one morning while he was refusing to write his name out of the fear of making a mistake, she stood up and screamed at the other kids and I. She said, "Who taught him what mistake means? When I find out, I'm going to be pissed. This is going to ruin him." I was shocked by her reaction, but once the initial fear wore off, the kids and I were terrified of her. I decided to own up to it because I didn't want the kids to get punished for it. I calmly explained that it was me, and told her exactly what I said, and she fired me. She didn't give me an explanation why. The only thing she said, after months of me working for them, was, "I'll submit your last pay stub." That's how I figured I was fired, lol. Am I the asshole for teaching him what a mistake is? I don't see why she fired me over that. He was perfectly fine until he saw her reaction to my mistake. I think that teaching him the word just gave him a word to put his fear to. He saw how she reacted to me, and he sees her screaming at his siblings daily. They have told me before that they can't stop doing something, albeit homework, piano, violin, etc., until it is perfect, for mistakes they make, and that is what traumatized him. Please give me closure as to whether or not I'm an asshole. Let's just say I will never work as a nanny again. Kids are great. Parents suck.